Namaskar. Welcome back to Gyan Darshan tutorial page. Here in this session, I am going to discuss some basic terms in national income accounting in macroeconomics. The first term is what do you mean by goods? In economics, goods means whatever we are ready to sell in the market, whatever we are producing and willing to sell them in the market, uh, or actually selling them is goods. If you are producing something and keeping it for self consumption, then it is not goods. So, anything to be called goods is to be for economic purpose. It is being produced or it is bought from somewhere and it is to be resold with a motive of profit. Then it is called goods. For example, farmers growing crops in their fields and selling them in the market is goods. But if farmer grow crops and retain them in their house, then it is not goods. If I cook food within my home and sell them to others, it is goods. But if we cook food and use it in our family members, then it is not goods. So, what is goods? We know it very well. Next is there are various types of goods. The first one is consumption goods and capital goods. What do you mean by consumption goods? Consumption goods means the goods, those are bought by either household sector or government sector or non-trading organizations. Non-trading organizations means school, library, hospital, college, orphanage, old age house, etc. So, if all these organizations, charitable organizations of temples, mosques, churches, etc., all this comes under NGOs, non-trading organizations. So, any goods, those are bought by household sector, government sector, and non-trading organizations for their own use is called consumer goods or consumption goods. The consumption goods, for example, if some library is buying books, so books will be used by the library for readers to read and study and gain knowledge. So that buying books by library is consumer goods. But if the same books is bought by some retailers to be sold to others, then it is not consumer goods. In the same way, if hospital buys injections, medicines, etc., and give them to their patients, that is consumer goods. If we buy AC, private aircraft, private helicopter, we buy house, we buy flats, fooding materials, medicines, education, all these expenditures done by households are under consumption goods. Consumption goods or consumer goods. There are various types of consumption goods or consumer goods. One is durable goods. Durable goods are those consumer goods which last for more than 1 year, like TV, AC, car, other vehicles for family use, bikes, furnitures. The furniture those last for 4, 5, 10 years. Buying land for buying house for family residence. All these things are under durable consumer goods. The other is semi-durable consumer goods. Semi-durable consumer goods means which last for 6 months to 1 year, but not more than 1 year. That kind of goods is called semi-durable consumer goods, like clothes, some small furnitures, plastic buckets, etc. All these things last for 6 months to 1 year. They are under semi-durable consumer goods. The third type of consumer goods is FMCG, fast moving consumer goods or non durable consumer goods, like buying milk, buying medicines, flour, rice, vegetables, pulses, all the things that we use in day to day life to satisfy our personal and family needs. Pen, pencils, chips, all these comes under tea, snacks, all these comes under FMCG. Blades, shaving cream, etc. All this comes under saving non-durable consumer goods or FMCG goods. The fourth type of consumption goods or consumer goods is services. If you take services from barber, cobbler, doctor, mason, plumber, carpenter, teacher, tutors, all these are under, we take services from priests, panditji. So all these comes under services. This is also consumer goods or consumption goods. So there are four types of consumption or consumer goods: durable goods, semi-durable goods, non-durable goods or FMCG, and the fourth one is services. Now come to the point, capital goods. First of all, I am coming to trading goods or business goods. So business goods comes under two category. One is capital goods, and the other is inventory goods. So what is the difference between capital goods and inventory? Capital goods means long term assets, long term investments, like machinery, building, furniture, typewriter, computer, land and building, furniture, fixtures and fittings, goodwill, copyright, patent, trademark, etc. In a business, in any economic activity, used as long term services. These assets are used by the business house uh, for long term in a business, as a long term asset or capital goods or fixed assets or non current assets. In this type of assets, we have to invest once, and it lasts longer. The other kind of business goods is in inventory. Inventory means, we can also say it, current assets or current assets goods. In this type of goods, a business activity or any economic concern has to invest every now and then to carry on their business. For example, buying goods for a business, buying stationery products in a business, small repair materials in a business, buying printing stationery, files, registers, etc. for a business, buying pen, ink refill for printer, buying pages for printing materials. If it is a garage, garage buy so many things to repair vehicles. So all these things are, those are needed in day-to-day business to carry on the business, and in which we have to invest money every now and then, and they are used every now and then on a regular basis, are called inventory investment or inventory nature goods or current assets goods. So in any business house, in any economic activity, there are two types of goods. One is capital goods and the other is inventory goods. Now the question arises, what is the difference between capital goods and wealth? Actually, durable goods for household is called wealth. So now we have to compare or understand the difference between capital goods and wealth. Gold is an asset, right? If we buy gold for our family use, it is wealth. But if you buy gold and convert it into jewelry and sell them in the market, then it is inventory goods. If you buy vehicles for our family use, like car, etc., bike, etc., it is wealth, because with that car or vehicle we are not going to do some business or using it for providing services to other and earn, then it is wealth. But if the same car or vehicles bought by a business house or an economic house or by an individual, and using those car or bike or vehicles to provide services to customers, to use it as on fare, to traveling, we use it for traveling, sending travelers from one place to another and earning fare from them, then it is capital goods. If we buy land for our family, then it is wealth. But if land is bought by some business house, and later on building will be constructed on it, or garage will be built on it, or it will be used as open place for parking, etc., then it is capital goods for that business. So capital goods means all those long term assets, those are used by such economic organization or business organization for earning again and again, or to run the business smoothly, that is capital goods. But if all these building, machinery, furniture, gold, jewelry, AC are bought by household or government to use them in their office, then it is wealth. So now I hope we have a clear the difference between the capital goods and the wealth. Thank you and goodbye. If you have problem, you can call me on my WhatsApp number 9333124957, and my Gmail ID is BIPINSANDILYA3974 @gmail.com. Thank you and goodbye.